Massima, the fruits, are these the apples? The apples that you talked about? Benny, seeing the room now, like, enveloped in all of these flowers and finally being able to see the orbs hanging from the trees, she's going to wander up to the tree and look at the orb and pick one.
Yeah, you take it. It pops off. You can kind of wipe away the last bit of frost on it, and it's just this perfectly round, like, firm piece of fruit, and the red is just the most vibrant, glossy shade that you've ever seen.
Benny is going to wipe her dagger off on her tunic and then cut into the fruit.
Yeah.
Does it look like a good, like, does it look edible to her?
For sure. Like, or if you want to, you can roll in nature.
She would love to.
Yeah.
Not great. 10.
As far as you can tell, this looks like the most purest fruit. It looks delicious. It looks like phenomenal. But you're also like, oh, what if it's poisonous? I've never eaten one of these. I've never, like, had one of these. I only have heard about them. So, like, what if it kills me? I don't know. It might look good, but what if it just, like, is deadly?
Thinking about that, Benny's going to, like precariously hold the fruit in one hand and dig through her bag with the other, and then stretch her hand with a, like, healing potion out to Luna. Hold this. And then she takes the piece of the fruit and just shoves it in her mouth.
Yeah. So you take a bite of this fruit and it just explodes in this juicy, sweet, the most delicious thing that you've ever had in your whole life. It tastes like a crisp apple flavor. I don't know how to describe an apple flavor without just saying an apple flavor. So it tastes like apples, and it's just so sweet, and some of the juice kind of like dribbles down your chin as you're, like, really going for this apple. And you're feeling like this was a good choice.
Benny cannot contain her excitement, so with her mouth full, she's gonna, like, look at Luna and Anu individually and be like, like, give them, like, the biggest thumbs up.
Luna was, like, standing there with, like, the potion, like, uncorked, ready to, like, lunge at Benny to dump it out, and, like, caps it, and then, like, trades Benny the potion. Or gives Benny the potion back.
Yeah.
Like, Benny, do you still have one?
Benny reaches into her bag as soon as Anu says fruit, and she pulls out one of the 2 orbs that she brought with her, and she just holds it in both hands and kind of, like, presents it to Massima.
And you see Massima just kind of, like, put her hand over her heart and is, like, dumbfounded, like she can't believe what she's seeing. And she kind of looks at you tentatively and reaches out to take the apple from your hands. And do you let her?
Yes.
Okay.
Benny, I can cast something if that might be a little bit easier.
Maybe. I just realized all I brought was some parchment, and we might wind up needing that.
Yeah, that's true. I'll take care of it for you.
Benny, upon seeing the earth symbol at the top, will communicate that to the others. Everyone, and she just, like, points towards the symbol. Earth. Benny is trying to think about how to, like, spread the dirt farther, and she's like, I've got an idea. And she gets on her hands and knees, and then she uses thaumaturgy to, like, gently, like, tremor the ground. So she's, like, shaking, trying to, like, spread the dirt out from her. So she's, like, on her hands and knees, like, I threw dirt and then I shouted at the dirt. And then it thawed.
I see. She kind of looks at you like, maybe you guys have gone mad. However, this is quite an extraordinary find, so she doesn't quite know how to react to that.
Do you think we go down into the crater like Fuzzelvin? Or... And Benny's gaze kind of like follows the tornado up. Or do you think we have to go up that way? Benny like walks forward a little bit and looks down over the edge of the crater.
I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
Whoa. Also 0. Real strong points of mine this evening. Not that you guys can super tell, but looking at Anu clearing his eyes, Benny's face was like a slightly deeper shade of pink. If in future you lose your peepers, I have a spell for that. I'm sorry, Anu. As Benny bites into it, she's gonna be like, the outside doesn't taste like. Oh no. Did I do that?
I'll give you a free action to throw the orange at it if you want.
I don't think Benny would throw it. I think she's so excited to have it that like maybe her free action would be to actually tuck it in the front of her cloak. Benny looks at this Genasi like they have just said like the most romantic words she has ever heard in her entire life. And she like plunks herself off the rickety raft and like doggy paddles the most abysmal doggy paddle you've ever seen towards this other boat. Down next to you, Luna, Benny is literally like white knuckle holding onto the side of your cloak because she is now terrified of water.
Are you okay?
If I said yes, that would be a lie. We would love to meet the matron.
Perfect. I'll take you to her right now. Oh, by the way, she's my wife.
Oh, congratulations. I didn't want to hurt you. Benny gets a panicked look on her face and like glances between Luna and Anu, unsure who she should side with. People, unknown meat. People, unknown meat. She's going to channel Ro in this moment and say to herself, well, I don't lava this. And then she's going to try to pull herself back up onto the ledge.
Would you like to take this quieter moment to do a rest of sorts before going up to the next platform?
Oh, there is a fire here.
A rest would probably be a good idea.
Don't worry, Anu, you've got 2 ladies with you. You won't be maidenless. Benny, upon hearing like just these like grunts and calls back and forth, is like watching with like enamored eyes, like, oh, I wonder what they're saying. Like not realizing that their entire party is being like smack talked. She's just so excited to see this happen. She's going to cast Firebolt at this Grosliath.
Grosliath, indeed.
Yeah. I can't help it.
No, please don't help it.
Trying to be clever, like Anu can be, Benny goes, from the frying pan to the fire! And she just hucks a fireball at her face.
Now we're cooking.
And as time goes on, Benny, how does your adventure continue?
Benny, much like Anu and Luna, takes on a role within the village. Not only does she help Ro with their practice still and the medicine in town, every time Luna leaves, Benny joins, and makes a point of learning from other healers from other lands and crafting with new materials and really pushing the boundaries with what she can do with alchemy, and then bringing that knowledge back to Phylevin and teaching others so that no one has to feel small the way she made herself feel small. She really tries to empower those around her to make good with what they have.